Hey guys, it's me, Pokemon. I'm here bringing a brand new review for Punisher. You don't know how many times I've had to try to record this mic. See, usually I'd record with my phone right there, and I'd connect this mic to my phone, but for some reason there's a buzzing when I connect it to my phone. So now I'm connecting it to my computer and I have to sync the audio. Speaking of which, clap, clap. There we go, now we're synced. Anywho, so Punisher. He's a vicious blaster who deals high piercing damage to multiple targets. He's Hero, City, Skill, and Blaster. Shard locations are Heroes 1-6, Villains 4-3, and Nexus 5-6. I have this stuff down pat. This is like the 4th time I've had to say this. Anywho, so Punisher's basic attack is M4 Carbine. He'll attack his primary target for 200% damage and 20% piercing, with a 30% chance to chain for 160% damage and 20% piercing to 2 additional targets. So that's a 30% chance to chain. That's it. Only 30%. Just keep that in mind. Keep those values in mind. Keep how low his values are in mind as I go through this review. His second skill is Grenade Launcher. He'll attack the primary target for 150% damage plus 10% piercing, and he'll attack all adjacent enemies for 120% damage and 10% piercing. Punisher's ultimate is fully loaded. Attack all enemies for 140% damage plus 20% piercing, and his passive is Lock and Load. So city allies gain 5% damage to all enemies, then he gives himself 5% damage to all enemies, and then he gets 20% bonus damage versus villains. So Punisher, as you can see, kind of specializes in taking down villains, which is great. I think that's awesome that they incorporated that into his kit, considering that's kind of Punisher's thing. But if you're keeping in mind all the values I discussed throughout the video, his values are pitifully low. Like, they're very, very, very low, and that really hurts him, because most characters go high, like very far above 200%, like easily in the 300s for most of their skills. Punisher never passes 200%. Punisher's damage is pitiful. And what's really weird about him is he's one of the first characters you get in the game, so a lot of us get attached to him. But he really starts to fall off late in the game when you get new characters and you start to rank them up and you realize, like, Punisher's damage is actually really bad. So I just want to throw that out there because he's one of the starting characters. He's not good in the long term. He's a D tier, E tier, really. He kind of floats in that little space in Marvel Strike Force of characters that don't bring anything to a team, so there's no reason to put them into a team, but they don't have anything unique enough about them that justifies building a team around them. Sort of like Spider-Man, but he's getting a buff, so, you know, that's kind of cool. Spider-Man might become a little more awesome soon. But Punisher kind of floats there right now. At best, you're going to put him in a city team, or you're going to put him against a team with a lot of villains and Blitz. At worst, he's useless. I'd like, if they could buff him somehow, I'd like if maybe, let's say Punisher's the last one standing in a battle, you know, all of his values are doubled. Like, he does twice as much damage, or 3 times as much damage, or maybe he gets an automatic execution on one enemy of his choice, or something like that. So maybe something interesting, so like when you're fighting Punisher, you're making sure he's not the last one standing, because he is a lone wolf in the comics, and the TV show and everything. I think that'd be really cool if they brought that into his kit. Just, you know, something to give Punisher a little bit of, like, you know, he's just sitting around, and then he goes, like, super sane if he's the last one standing, or if there's one enemy left, or something like that. Just, that's something I think would spice up Punisher. It's something he needs. That wouldn't be enough to shoot him up to, like, A or S tier, but he'd at least not be worse than some of the minions in the game. His damage values are pretty bad. But at the end of the day, guys, what do I know? I am just a 16-year-old. Signing off, guys. Clap. Oh, dang it, I messed up. Clap, clap. That's for syncing, in case I messed it up the first time. You're welcome. Also, fun thing to note, Discord server is open. I'd like to talk with you guys. I'd like to play games with you guys. That's about all you can do on Discord, but I'd like to do those things with you guys. I'd like to get to know you all. I'll have a link down below. Feel free to come on over there, and let's play some games. Do anybody play Overwatch? I play Overwatch. Paladins? I don't know. I play Paladins. I know it's maybe a little controversial, but I do play Paladins. So, you know, if anybody plays Paladins, feel free to join. Signing off, guys. What was that? That was a weird salute. Oh.